All right, welcome back everybody. Ooh, actually, take a look here. Look at that. 33 weeks. No, 32 weeks when I'm filming. It was 33 weeks by the time you see this. Whew. Okay, welcome back everyone. Thank you for being here today. I got some updates and some info for you. I made a gift guide. It's my favorite video every year that I make, and it's my favorite in that I love filming these because I love giving out gifts, and yeah, I think this one in particular is really good. So if you haven't already seen it, it's going to be linked in the description for your viewing pleasure. Earlier this month, I got to model for Meals Clothing again and show off my pregnant belly. And the cool thing is, it's for a line of corduroy. Wide wale corduroy. But the thing is, it's different because instead of vertical lines, which everyone does, the cord is horizontal and it's super comfortable. Quite possibly the most comfortable Meals texture out there. And I've had all of them too. So yeah, highly recommend. And the great thing about Meals Clothing is that if you are pregnant, as I am, and you wear a certain size, so I wear an extra small in the chef pant, I can just stick with that and stick with it throughout my entire pregnancy because the waist expands. Because there's an elastic waist, so it's almost like wearing a pajama pant, but in a better material, a cooler cut, and also tons of pockets. A lot of people have asked me if I'm gonna go buy maternity clothes, and I'm like, yo, the clothes that I wear on my day-to-day basis is already maternity clothes adjacent, so I don't really have to go out and buy anything new. This video is sponsored by Hefeng. The packaging is so beautiful. It's this light blue box, and it comes with a little baggie to protect your jewelry and also a cleaning cloth. But look at these earrings, especially for the holidays. Oh my gosh, I think it's so stunning. I've also got a couple necklaces from them here that I think are so elegant. Oh, and look at these earrings right here too. Susan Hefeng, who is the designer of Hefeng Jewelry, graduated from Central St. Martin's College of Art and Design in London, where she honed her passion for jewelry design. She became the first Chinese designer to be awarded the gold medal at UK's Bright and Young Gems competition. Her elegant, sparkling, chic, and fun designs have won the admiration of celebrities and fashionistas, as well as attracted attention from global fashion media such as Vogue, Elle, and Harper's Bazaar. In recent years, Hefeng has been invited by numerous well-known brands around the world for crossover collaborations, including Maserati, SK2, and Haagen-Dazs. I'm pretty sure this earring is the most popular item that they have. What do you think? So we have this one, and then this one right here. Also, the necklaces come with a little baggie and a little dust cloth as well. Let's try on this necklace. So this is the Shine Collection necklace with the earring. Of course, I'll have everything linked in the description box down below, so if you are interested, go ahead and head on over there. Thank you, Hefeng, for sponsoring this video. Anywho, what have I been watching? Oh, so Maddie and I went to go see this movie called Nouvelle Vague. So I got an ad for it, and it's about Jean-Luc Godard, the process of making the film Breathless. And it's a film by Richard Linklater, but it's also done in the Jean-Luc Godard fashion. When I was in college, high school and college, I was really into French New Wave. I mean, that's what got me into film to begin with. And since then, anything that is shot in black and white, for instance, Chan is Missing, like I mentioned, my last month's favorites, and like anything that's, yeah, black and white or of that style or influenced slightly, like a lot of Jim Jarmusch films. It's nostalgic to me in that it reminds me of college and high school. Anyway, I got an ad for Nouvelle Vague, so then I sent it to Maddie, and I was like, ooh, it's gonna be on Netflix, but it's also playing in theaters as well. And then she found out that it was playing at the Vista Theater, which I've never been to before. It's like right by where Maddie lives. So we met up there, watched the film, and it was adorable. Very cutesy, very demure. It reminds me of being, you know, in high school and like studying that and just being so enthralled by everything and seeing everything for the first time, you know? But the thing is, now that I'm 37 and I'm watching this, I'm like slightly annoyed by Jean-Luc Godard because he's like ruled by his emotions, and the filming schedule is so like artsy fartsy and there's not much of a schedule. If I had seen this when I was in my early 20s, I would have been like, wow, he is so cool and so mysterious and whatnot, you know? But now that I'm 37, I'm like, yo, that is so inconsiderate and unprofessional, but whatever. From that, he made an iconic film that is still referenced today. When I was in college and high school, like, that's how things went. Like, when you're working on a project with a whole class, you're not working with a whole production team, you know, you're just working with a few people with a very low budget. You shoot a scene not 5, 10 times or 50 times like in films. In actual movies nowadays, you shoot things once or twice. It's pretty cool. It's a very do-it-yourself approach to filmmaking. And some shows that we've been watching, I'm still watching The Chair Company, which is Tim Robinson. I mentioned it in the last month's video, but still watching it, and it's gotten kind of crazy, and I think there's only one episode left. And then I just started watching a show called I Love LA, which is about a bunch of 20-something-year-olds, like 25, 27-year-olds in LA, going to like all the hot spots on the east side, which is where I live in LA. Just going around all these local spots that I've gone to, I've been to, I hang out at. And the main character, played by Rachel Sennett, is trying to manage her best friend, who is a TikTok influencer. And it's about the world of that, essentially. I know people who are like that. Not that extreme, not that inconsiderate, but it takes the worst and the best of every situation, basically, or every type of personality who, in LA, kind of like turns it up to make it more dramatic for HBO, obviously. It's definitely entertaining, but it's not something that you will step away from and be like, oh my god, I learned so much. It's just an entertaining, indulgent show to watch. There's another show called Haha You Clowns. Oh, you know what? I think if you go on YouTube, then you can find some shorts on the same like cartoon. Who's this person? Okay, his name is Joe Kappa. So if you go on, even on Instagram, he makes these little sketches, little cartoons that are very Adult Swim, not very produced, like not like a whole production with like sound and everything, but it's very do-it-yourself. He's on Instagram and also on YouTube, but he has a show on HBO called Haha You Clowns. And it's about a single dad who has 3 teenage boys, a heartfelt show, very low stakes, and I think it would be really entertaining to watch if you were slightly stoned. Every episode so far is only about 10 to 12 minutes, and it's been very entertaining, so we've been looking forward to watching it every Monday. Got some new glasses, sunglasses from Crew. Look how cute these are. Oh my gosh, over 10 years ago, I used to work at a hat shop, and then right next to the hat shop there was an eyewear shop, and so I worked with them for a while, just going back and forth, and they carried a small selection of this brand called Crewe, Krewe, and they're made incredibly well, and it's just so juicy. This is called the Margaret. First thing I noticed about all their glasses is that I have a very low nose bridge, as you can see, and whenever I buy glasses, I always have to look for AF, Asian fit, or Eastern fit, and these don't say that they are, so I just measured the temples and everything, and they all fit. But what I was worried about is, you know, like right here where my nose bridge is, and like having the glasses fall on my cheeks and everything. This doesn't happen, which is fantastic because I always run into that problem, so I always have to end up putting like nose pads on here. And so I got 4 pairs, and I tried them all on, and they all fit perfectly. So this is my favorite pair that I'm gonna be wearing as my daily sunglasses, that I have been wearing as my sunglasses. I did get another pair for my eyeglasses, for my prescription glasses. The only thing is that when you're pregnant, they say that your vision will start going in and out. So I was told that I should wait until after I give birth, maybe even a little bit longer, and then get my prescription checked again, which I'm due for anyway, and then fill this right here, which is going to be my prescription pair. And I think they look so cute, and I love the color. It's almost like a mustard pea soup, but these are called the Charlie, and they come in multiple colors as well. So do these guys right here. So yeah, these are my favorite glasses right now, and they're made incredibly well. And I'm telling you this as someone who's worked in eyewear for a very long time. Let's move on to beauty stuff. I have some stuff that I really want to talk about. I recently got back into Ilia again. Huge fan of Ilia. So I started using their complexion stick. This is the Skin Rewind complexion stick. I have the shade Hickory 130. This is everything that I want the Merit Beauty complexion stick to be. It's light coverage, it's buildable, it stays all day, it doesn't slip around. The Merit one, for whatever reason, my skin just eats it up and it just disappears, and then at the end of the day, I look like a hot mess again. This, however, I don't end up using that much product. It's meant to be a foundation and a concealer stick. I just use a little bit all over my face. It blends seamlessly, it's a matte finish, and it's everything that I could ever ask for, and it's the perfect shade for me too. So yeah, Hickory 130 is the shade that I've been going for. And then I also got their new blushes. I got 2 new shades. One is called Wonder, which is the more popular color, I believe, more of a mauve shade. And then I also got a really bright pop of color, which is Pulse. So these 2 are super fun, and I love the finish of it. I love that there's a slight sheen, so it makes my skin look dimensional whenever I'm turning my face, whenever I have this on. The complete opposite rival company, in my opinion. I got 2 blushes from them. This is Say, my other favorite brand right now. This is the Super Suede Radiant Blush Powder. So I got the shade Chow, which is almost like a bronzer adjacent blush, which you can also use on your eyes. So it adds color and warmth into my face. And then I got a very bright color called Amore. This is a hot pink, but once it goes onto my cheeks, it looks very natural once it's blended out and melted in. Beautiful finish. These are baked blushes as well. So between the 2 brands and the 2 formulas, I think they're so different, so I love them both for different reasons. But I could see why this is a bit much. Look, they're all the same size. Look how juicy this packaging is. Oh my gosh, I got a new eyeshadow stick from L'Oreal. So I'm a huge fan of the Laura Mercier Caviar sticks. I have a bunch of colors from them, but for the longest time I've been looking for a color that is similar to this color in the Naked One palette from Urban Decay. It's a palette of like 12 eyeshadows, right? But there's only one eyeshadow in particular that I absolutely loved. It's been like 15 years ago. I've been looking for a shade that's similar, that's in an eyeshadow stick or in a single shadow unit. And I believe that Urban Decay stopped selling that color. I don't know why. I think it's such a beautiful color. It's called Smog. Anyway, I found this. This is from L'Oreal. This is called the Lay Shadow Stick. So it's in the same sort of formula as the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick. So it's super easy to apply. It's very slippy when you first apply it. Blends out super easily with your fingertips or a brush if you want to do that. But the ease of use of an eyeshadow stick is just unbeatable. And so I've been reaching for this, I've been doing my eyes with it, and I get so many compliments on it. I've been pairing this with an eyeliner, but it works well as a one shade or one and done kind of shade. This color is called 230 Magnetic Bronze. There's a bunch of different colors as well, but this one in particular looks like Urban Decay's Smog, and so that's why I've been reaching for it so much, and it makes me feel so pretty whenever I have it on my eyes. For skincare, I have a few favorites here from Noto. I've been using a lot of Noto products lately because I got a bunch a couple months ago because my friend Katie works there. And anyway, this is probably my favorite thing right now. This is the Basil Yarrow Mist. The last time I was there, it was sold out, and then when I went back in to do a closet sale, they happened to have it back in stock. It smells like a spa, and it's kind of like a bi-layer situation, so you do have to shake it up to spray it on. Every time I spray it on my face, it kind of just wakes me up and wakes up my senses. But it's meant for face, body, and hair mist. I only use it on my face. Also, anything from Noto that you get, if you live in Highland Park or in LA in general and you go into the store in Highland Park, you can get it refilled. It's a significant amount off if you do get it refilled there. I've also been using their scrub. This is the Resurface Scrub for face and body. And I really like this because it's made of, I believe, walnut shells. Yeah, walnut shells. And it smells slightly minty, and there's a, like once you put it on your skin, there's like a little bit of a creaminess to it. So it's almost like the apricot scrub from St. Ives, which is a classic, but it's a bit more gentle, so I feel a bit safer using this. Also this right here, which is the wash, it's for face, hands, body, and hair. It's just an all over wash. It's almost kind of like a Dr. Bronner's, but it smells so much better. It smells almost like licorice, and it's a little bit too precious for me to use on my hands, body, and hair, so I've only been using it on my face, and I really like it. So yeah, if you haven't tried anything from Noto before, stop into a store and just give everything a whiff. Like, just smell everything and you'll fall in love. In terms of facial moisturizers, I am using one from Noto, but it isn't a favorite. I think the scent is a little bit too strong for me, so I can't really use it on an everyday basis. However, I switched to this brand called One Skin because I've been seeing it all over, like on Instagram and on TikTok especially. And OneSkin makes skincare that's meant to be kind of like supplements for your skin. So the packaging is atrocious in my opinion. I don't think it's so cute, but my skin loves it so far. I've been using the eye cream and I started using the facial moisturizer earlier this month. It doesn't really smell like anything. It's free from fragrance, essential oils, sulfates, silicones, colorants, acrylics, and drying alcohols. I think this is a really good restart for your skin, so that's why I've been reaching for this more so than any other facial products that I have. So it is on the pricier side, but everything can be refilled, which is pretty cool, I think. So you can reuse this packaging, although the packaging, again, like I said, is atrocious. For fragrance, oh my gosh, I got this one from Lore recently. It's called Sublimity. Lore, Sublimity reminds me of like CK1, like a very clean girl scent for lack of better vocabulary. Definitely something that is neutral, like gender neutral. You can be anyone and wear this. The notes are warm skin, lang lang, coconut nectar, sandalwood, full sun. And I heard it described as when you first dip into the ocean in Hawaii and it smells like coconuts and salty. Like I love Miami Nectar from Ellis Brooklyn, and I also love the Vacation Sunscreen Classic scent. But where those two are more of your poolside scent, this is more of your ocean, hang out at the beach type of scent. I want to try their other scents too. I know they have a really nice discovery set. And you can also get them at Sephora, so the next time you're in Sephora, just give them all a whiff. Oh, and also the founding members of Lore are all members, like founding members of other brands, a supergroup band, but in a brand, so pretty cool. And then I've got two new scents from Cyclar, and these are roll-on scents. So I've got Core Vetiver and Amber Hour. They're all kind of like one note, like a base note that you can add something else on top. So I feel like this would be great for someone who likes to layer scents, for instance. So if you want to put something right here, like on the back of your hand, and then something else on your wrist, and then something else right here. If you have a very popular scent that everyone else wears, let's say like Le Labo Santal 33, for instance, and you want to make it slightly different, I would start with one of these, layer it on somewhere, and then put on your scent that everyone else wears, and it makes it smell slightly different. So Amber Hour, the top notes are lemon peel, pink pepper, and clove. Mid notes are rock rose, olivinium, suede accord, and then the dry down is Palo Santo amber resin and tonka bean. And then for Core Vetiver, which is a bit brighter, top notes are citrus zest, tea tree oil, freesia. Mid notes are clary, sage, eucalyptus, and rosemary. And dry down notes are vetiver, driftwood, and cedar. Oh, I made a whole video on my TikTok on this. Recently got this air wrap tool. Well, it's called the T3 Air 360. So it's the competitor to the Dyson Airwrap and also the one from Shark. And the reason why I was interested in this one is because I'm a huge fan of Violet Grey, the store. It's like the cooler, more like the row of Sephora, for instance, or Ultos and stuff. So they carry a lot of niche brands. That's how I found out about a bunch of brands like Karen Affair, for instance. Anyway, on their website, under the hair section, they carry a lot of Dyson, obviously, but they also carry T3 products. And for their air tools, they carry this one in particular, which is the 360, which is half the price of the Dyson. And the cool thing is that the barrels are ceramic, where the Dyson's plastic, and so is the Shark. So I watched a bunch of reviews on different hairstylers or air stylers before, and everyone was saying that the ceramic one, even though it heats up, which isn't that great in their opinion, I don't mind it because I don't know any different, but they were saying that though it heats up, it also keeps your curls in for longer, and ceramic is meant to be better for your hair rather than heating up your hair with plastic. Makes sense. And so this is what I've been styling my hair with lately, and it's so fast. It takes me only about 5 minutes to dry down my hair to about 95%, and then it takes me about 20 minutes to finish my hair from stopping wet to completely blow dried and like curled and everything. So pretty fast in my opinion, and the touch-ups are even faster than that, obviously. And it comes with all the attachments that I need, and it's a lot more gentle on my hair than the process that I was using before, which is like straightening iron, you know? Straight to the hair, high heat all the way through. I made a couple videos on this, but I recently got a few pieces from Ann Taylor and Ann Taylor Loft. I'm a huge fan of Ann Taylor and Ann Taylor Loft. I don't know why people don't really talk about them, but I got a suit from them, I want to say last year or maybe 2 years ago. They carry a lot of petite sizing. I'm 5'5", so everything needs to be a little bit shorter. Their suits are affordable and they're made well, and I love wearing them whenever I go DJing, for instance, especially if I'm at like a divey bar. I love showing up in a suit, like a 3-piece suit with a vest underneath. It just catches people off guard, you know? So it looks professional, but it's not super expensive to get a whole suit together. It's pretty awesome. But anyway, I got a few pieces from Ann Taylor and Ann Taylor Loft, and one in particular is from Loft. This coat right here, it's a longer coat, like it hits down like past my knees. It feels like I'm wearing a robe, but the shape is a bit more structured, so it looks presentable. It looks like something that the Row would make, and the quality is incredible. If you're in the market for a new coat or suits, go to Ann Taylor and Ann Taylor Loft. They're around, you know, they've been around for a very long time, and they've got really good stuff, and they've been styling things really well too. So don't sleep on Ann Taylor or Loft. As you know, I am pregnant, and so I've been like kind of watching my sugar intake because gestational diabetes, it's in my family, and also diabetes is in my family. So I've been kind of like keeping an eye on it, though I haven't had issues with it very much. Just keeping an eye on it just in case, because I don't want my baby to have the same issues. Every time I want a tasty ice cream treat, if I'm at home, I'll make myself a Ritual protein shake. This is the Essential Protein Daily Shake, but this is for pregnancy and postpartum, the vanilla flavor. They also have chocolate flavor too, but I've been making this. So the regular scoop of this, 6 strawberries, and then about a cup of whole milk, and then blend everything together, and it's like a nice strawberry shake, and it cuts the ice cream craving for me. I don't even have to work out. I'll just take the shake as a treat. And it's 0 grams of sugar, and yet it makes a delicious sweet treat. And it's also plant-based protein, so if you're vegan, Maddie, you can use this. I know she really likes it. Earlier this month, our microwave stopped working, and I've had this retro-looking microwave that's like a new retro, you know? So I've had that microwave for a while, and then it finally crapped out. But the thing is, that microwave was completely underpowered. The only reason why I kept it around was because I didn't really use the microwave that much. Once that microwave crapped out, I was like, oh, you know what? It'd be nice to have a microwave. So I looked on Wirecutter and found a microwave that is perfect. It was super expensive though, and so I found it on Facebook Marketplace for, I got it for like 75 bucks. Completely clean, works so well, works a million times better than the last microwave that we had. And I cook almost every day, and so we often have a lot of leftovers, and so to be able to easily reheat everything in a microwave that is super fast and efficient and doesn't have hot spots, it's tremendous. The one that we have is from Panasonic. I definitely stand by it. I think it's the best. Once we got it home, Jason built this shelf for it. So something that goes between our toaster oven or our convection air fryer oven from Breville, which I use truly every day. So he built the shelf that goes between the microwave and the convection oven, and it stashes like the baking sheets and like the gloves or the oven mitts. It also keeps the heat separate too, so one doesn't melt the other. Oh my gosh, it's a complete system to me. Like every time I walk by it, I'm just so excited because it just looks so done to me. And that's basically the end of it. I'm going to talk about some empties here and then we're done. So I went through another tin of the Mariage Frere Marco Polo, which is a black tea. It smells kind of fruity. It's delicious. I'm probably gonna get the big bag again, which fills this tin up about like 5 times. This is an Aesop deodorant. It does not work as a deodorant. It's pretty awful as a deodorant, but the reason why I got it is because at the Aesop store in Silver Lake, they would spray it on the bags as your, when you buy something, they spray it on the bag and then you walk out and your bag smells like this, and it just smells incredible. So instead of using it as a deodorant, I just kept it in my car, and anytime my car needed a little refresher, I'll just spray this. Anyone who sits in my car, they always say that it smells so good. And it's really just the deodorant spray from Aesop. Cure Vice, I finished their beautiful oil. Look at this beautiful packaging. It feels like such a waste to toss this. I bet there's gotta be like some sort of refill situation that you can get, so I gotta look that up. But Yeah, I finished their Beautiful Oil. It's pretty expensive for what it is, if I'm being honest. I don't think I'll repurchase this again, though it was a very nice luxury to have. It's not an outstanding product in any way. It's just kind of like a luxury to apply. I finished the Navinka Rich Restorative Cream. I really like this texture. Everything from Navinka that I've tried so far smells really good and works well, does its job. And they're made in small batches. They're made, I think, only 3 months at a time or something like that. In very small batches because everything's natural, so it goes bad quickly, so you have to use it up within 6 months, you know? Navinka is a mother-daughter brand that's based out of Atlanta, I believe. And the mother is a dermatologist and the daughter works in branding, so they have a line of beautiful skincare products. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna repurchase this. Also from Aesop, this is the B&T Balancing Toner. Jason and I have been sharing this. So he pours it into a spray bottle and sprays it all over his face, and then I just put it in my hands and just splash it on almost like aftershave. It's good. It's not an outstanding product by any means. It's not something that I have to repurchase immediately. It's just something that's nice to have, and the packaging is beautiful and the smell is great also, I will have to say. And then I have this. This is the IT Cosmetics Do It All Multivitamin Serum Radiant Concealer. This kind of reminds me of the one from Maybelline. It's the one that everyone had like ages ago, but I love this because the formula is just so easy to apply. It's moisturizing and it melts into your skin and it just adds enough coverage. And whenever I wear this, I don't feel like I have to wear other foundations or other skin tints underneath. But yeah, I plowed through this pretty quickly and I really like it. And the shade that I have is medium warm. Definitely going to repurchase this again, but I have a lot of skincare stuff or complexion stuff to go through right now, so probably not anytime soon, but I really do like this. All right, those are my favorites for the month of November. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my gift guide is up, so I'll link that down below if you're interested in that. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video.